I drew something and I want to show you what it is because I thought it was a cool glimpse into Momdinity and to explain a little part of our lives that I think are important that we talk about. Okay, so here's just an example. This is like a pregnant lady and she's walking on her normal like life's plateau, and all of a sudden like it's like 1 second she's pregnant and the next second she's a mom. But what we have trouble with is this middle part. It's like that transition part. It's like, oh, I have to bring this baby home from the hospital now. Like, well, what the heck do I do? This is probably a better one. So this one that I drew, it's like, here's the mom with all of her kids and she's on a plateau, right? And then all of a sudden her kids grow up and they leave her. And she's like, well, if I'm not a mom with all these kids around me, then what am I? Well, hence this sad face with this. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose my momdinity when my kids leave me. I'm going to be like, who am I if I'm not a mom being interrupted 475,000 times a day by my kids? And then I have like the mom and the dad and they're happy and love again, happily ever after. All right, so my third one, and this one is my favorite one, and I think this is a good word. Hi, this is a good word for someone out there today. Now, this is my personal thing, okay? So you have to like insert where you are, okay? But just go with me. So this is me walking along my life's journey, right? Way back in the day. This is a television camera, and that's a TV, and that's me. I'm on TV. I'm defining myself by being a broadcaster. I love telling stories. I love telling stories with like interviews and sounds and videos. And this is me defining my entire life by this, what I did for a living, right? And then all of a sudden, like in my heart of hearts, I just felt like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I took a leap of faith, just a complete blind leap. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore, but I don't know why. And that's me right here going like this for a long time. I did like 15 things in between this and this. And this was the hard spot. Like, this is where you find your identity. This is where you have to like dig really deep and find out like really what you're made of, okay? But if I didn't make this leap, I would have never gotten here to where I'm like laying underneath the stars and I wrote stuff like dreams, vision, possibility, and of course, create and inspire. So this is Momdinity. Momdinity is always going to be this middle spot, like the transition spot for everybody is what's really hard. And I think it's hard because we don't know how long it lasts, right? We don't know if it's going to be 4 days or 4 weeks. Like, we don't know how long this coronavirus thing, how long it's going to last, meaning like the effects of it, right? So we're in this like kind of it's like an abyss, right? Like just kind of a darkness, like what the hell, right? But this is coming, right? This it always comes. It always comes. Like everything always works out. But when you're here, like you don't know. And so what I wanted to tell you, because perhaps this is for somebody out there, is like that's how Momdinity was born. Like in the deepest, darkest depths of where like I personally could not find myself, like really, really, really struggled finding myself, like as a new mom, having to be a leader in my home with these kids that are just like bossing me around. Like, I want oatmeal. I want this. I'm like, shut up, trying to find myself, I found myself though, but it didn't come without a lot of this. Okay. So here's a quote that goes with all these cute little drawings that I did. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but you've actually been planted. And, I wanted to share that. Like, I was kind of having a brain dump and I drew these, and then of course I wrote to them, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is exactly why I created Momdinity. This is exactly what Momdinity is about. It's about transition. It's about that middle place. It's about harnessing all the energy that you can to get out of where you think that you have been buried so that you can start to bloom in whatever season of life that you're in, okay? So I know it's rough out there. I know that we're like, are we opening up? Are we not opening up? And what is my business going to do? And is school going to start? Is it not going to start? Like, I know. I mean, we all know, right? But we just have to know that like create and inspire and dreams and visions and everything, it's coming, right? like the sun will come out tomorrow. So I hope you also know that I'm not ever like coming at you from a place of like polypositive. I'm a 4 on the Enneagram, and I say that like embarrassingly, like sometimes I hate it because I feel so much, and I'm a very deep thinker. And so when I come up with stuff like this, like the way that I present it, like I know, like polypositive is like, let's focus on this, but I want to tell you I come from this place and I know where you are. I know where you are because I wrote the book in this place, okay? Hello, I still don't have an agent. This book is still not getting published, but I'm quite sure that it is going to get published. And especially with the help of you guys, if you share my content, tell your friends about my content, and help support me along the way. But the word for you today, last thing I'm going to leave you with is sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but you've actually been planted. And I hope you have a great weekend because it's Friday. And please know we are all here in this together and we are coming out of it. Have a great day, everybody.